What's good with y'all? Yes, sir. We are back with another video. I had to make a video right now. We're a month out from the NBA playoffs. A month out. So I had to give y'all my playoff picture and what I think is going to happen in the playoffs this year. So many good teams. Basketball has been amazing this season. I have no complaints about this season. You know, the rule changes. Obviously, players aren't happy about that because there's a lot of players getting injured. But hey, you know, that don't fully bother me. You know what I'm saying? That don't fully bother me. I've been able to watch really good basketball, which is the goal. We just want to see good basketball every night. That's all we want to see is good basketball. And the in-season tournament was insane, and that definitely added an edge to the basketball season and what we got to see, which was great. You know what I'm saying? They still need to fix the All-Star game. We'll see what happens there, but that's something they need to fix for sure. I'm not fully sure how they're going to change the All-Star game, but we'll see. But that's another conversation for another day. Let's talk about these playoff pictures, man. So, hey, first I'm going to do the Eastern Conference because it's a lot less tricky on the Eastern Conference. You know, when it comes to my predictions and what I think is going to happen on the Eastern Conference, it's pretty simple. It's pretty simple. So, as you see right here where my finger is, you can see the standings for the Eastern Conference. And I'm just going to run down and I'm going to let y'all know what's up. Obviously, the top 10 make it, but I'm going to talk about the top 12 because we still got some games left. So, I'm going to talk about the top 12 today. So, you know how we do, man. We got to start from the bottom and build our way up. So let's start right here, number 12. We have the Toronto Raptors. Now, the Toronto Raptors, I don't think they really are pushing to make the playoffs this year. They kind of unloaded their whole team. The only player, in my opinion, that they really have is Scotty Barnes. That's it. RJ Barrett is cool. Emmanuel Quickley is cool. We'll see what those guys build up to over time, but they don't have any type of expectations to make the playoffs and do anything crazy. That's not their expectation right now. Their expectation is just to grow as a team, continue to learn the game, and build. So I don't even see them getting into the playoffs. So we can scratch them off. Gone. Number 11, we have the Brooklyn Nets at the 11th spot. Now, the Brooklyn Nets, we obviously did not expect them to do anything this season. They have a lot of, I guess you could say, misfits. Honestly, they have a lot of misfits. They have one superstar, I feel like, who could be a superstar, but at the same time, he's still going to need other stars on his team to be very successful, and that's Mikal Bridges. He can put up 40-point games, but if those 40-point games aren't turning into wins, what does it matter? It doesn't. It doesn't matter for anything. If they're not wins, who cares, okay? So Brooklyn Nets, we'll see what happens with them. Once again, I think that's another team. They're not really truly pushing to make it this year. Still a very young team, have a lot of pieces and a lot to build on. But, you know, with Ben Simmons being rolled out for the season, injuries throughout the season, different things going on, trades, players leaving, Spencer Dinwiddie going on to the Lakers. It's just tough to have a successful season with all that stuff going on. New coach, all that. I don't really see them doing much. I don't see them going into the playoffs. So let's start with number 10. We might as well. Number 10, we have the Atlanta Hawks. So this is a team that everybody said is not going to be successful because obviously they're big two. They don't really work together very well. So DeJounte Murray and Trae Young, that was something that we all thought was kind of weird in the beginning. But now we see it kind of playing out. We're like, yeah, this does not work. You know what I'm saying? This does not work. These are two players that need the ball in their hand to be successful. And yeah, it just didn't pan out. For them to be in the 10th seed is actually still like pretty impressive. DeJounte Murray and Trae Young is really kind of all they've had this season. Bogdanovich has not been really too great off the bench. And then also Sadiq Bey didn't do what really he was supposed to do. You know, he came from the Pistons and they thought he was going to be a big role player, and he hasn't really been that this season. And then Clint Capella just hasn't been, you know, exactly what he's supposed to be. Clint Capella should be dogging. He should easily have 15 and 12 every game. Every game. Honestly, 15 and 15 is what he needs to put up every game. 15, 15, and 3 blocks. You know what I'm saying? That's all we need from you, Capella. So I see them making the play-in, but I don't see them winning the play-in game. You know what I'm saying? I don't see it happening. But they could possibly make the play-in, but they're not going to win nothing. Now, for the 9th seed, we got the Chicago Bulls. Now, see, the Chicago Bulls man, how do you – could they win a playing game? Yes. It's possible that the Bulls could win a playing game. I'm not even lying. It's definitely possible, bro, because I like their big man combination with Vucevic and Drummond. Drummond was a great pickup to me. Honestly, I still don't understand why Drummond doesn't have a contract. I don't get it. I do not get it. Them losing Zach LaVine for the season hurts. Them not having Lonzo Ball hurts. But DeMar DeRozan is clutch. Kobe White can get you buckets. Alex Caruso can get you buckets. Alex Caruso is a great defender as well. This team has a chance to possibly win a playing game, but that's as far as I see them going. A 7-game series, not happening. Playing game, it's possible. It's possible. So we'll see what happens here with Chicago, how they finish out the season. But honestly, I think they're just calling it done as well. Losing Zach LaVine and Lonzo Ball for the season, your expectations are very low on what you're supposed to be able to do. So we'll see how they do during the offseason or how the play-in tournament works for them. But I'm thinking they could win a playing game, then they'll lose after that and focus on the offseason and what they got to do to rebuild their team. So we'll see what happens there. And now to the A spot, man. The team we all feel bad for. I know we all feel bad for this team. The 76ers. See, and the 76ers is one of those things where it's like, if everybody was healthy, it would all be different. If everybody was healthy, it would all be different. The 76ers lost Joel Embiid, who was having an MVP season. Do I think he should have won MVP last year? No, but hey, that's not the point. He's having an MVP season this year. And it just, I don't know, man. Him getting hurt it kind of just ended the season. They started off so great. They were doing very good, especially after losing James Harden. They were balling, and then all of a sudden, man, it just went downhill for them. So I'm hoping the best for them. We'll see what happens. It's tough to say, but yeah, I just feel so bad for the 76ers. Tyrese Maxey is a baller. Tobias Harris been doing their thing, but I just think they're focused on next season as well. If Joel Embiid comes back, who knows what they could do. But at the same time, with them being the A seed, they would have to play the number 1 seed first. And I don't see them beating them. So I don't know what's going to happen with Philly. But I'm hoping the best, and I'm hoping that Joel Embiid gets healthy soon so that they can really make a full season and full playoff push. We'll see what happens. Next is the 7th seed. And this is the team that you can just never count out. You can never count out this team just because of the culture. And you guys should already know who I'm talking about. The Miami Heat are in that 7th seed. And honestly, like, that Heat culture is a real thing, man. I'm not sure what the Heat are going to be able to do when it comes to the playoffs and the play-in. But you just can never count them out. You just never know what's going to happen when it comes to the Heat. Them adding Terry Rozier, I think, was a great pickup. If they finish out their season strong, we'll see what happens. They just got to stay healthy. They've been having a lot of injuries throughout the season. And I don't know, man. A healthy Miami Heat would be scary. A healthy Miami Heat would be scary. I'm telling you that right now. The Eastern Conference is not super strong when it comes to playoff experience. And I think that's going to be really, really important when it comes to this playoffs. So the Miami Heat have a chance to go far. I see them possibly making it to the semifinals, but we'll see what happens. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of games to be played, a lot of possibilities, injuries, everything. So it's going to be interesting. But Miami Heat are always a scary team. Always. Okay. The next team we got, as you guys can see, is the Indiana Pacers. Now, this is one of those teams where I like the Pacers. They've had a great season. They play hard together. But they don't have the experience, I don't think. They'll obviously make the playoffs. They won't be in the play-in. But I just don't. I mean, they're close to Miami Heat, but I think they'll be able to squeeze out and not be in the play-in. But at the same time, it's like, bruh, y'all got to step it up, man. Y'all got to step it up. Indiana Pacers got to step it up. Tyrese Halliburton got to step it up. He's been going through a shooting slump. Horrible time for a shooting slump. The worst time. Right before the playoffs is not where you want to go into a shooting slump. I'm interested to see what happens with them and Tyrese Halliburton, but right now I'm not too confident in that team to do much in the playoffs at all. At all. And the next team, this is a sleeper team. This is a team that nobody talks about in the fifth seed in the Western Conference. The Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. I mean, let's be real. Let's be real with Orlando. Like, you never know. You never know what can happen here. This is a very, very young team. Very fresh legs. I didn't expect them to have expectations like this. I didn't expect them to be in even the top 8, to be real. You know, so for them to be in the top 5 is insane. I think this is one of those teams that is too young to really make that playoff run that they really want to make. That will actually mean anything to the team. It'll be interesting to see how they play together as it comes along. But I do not see the Orlando Magic doing much in the playoffs. I actually think whichever team plays them is going to be happy to be playing them. If I'm saying, you know, if I'm being real with you, this next team that's in the 4th spot wants to stay in that 4th spot so they can play Orlando Magic first round. I'm just being real. It's just not enough experience there. But at the same time, they're going to fight hard. And I like what Paolo Banchero's been doing this season. You know, Seattle native, been balling. But, hey, man, I just don't see them really bringing it home in the playoffs. Maybe like 1 or 2 wins in the first round, but that's it. They're gone after the first round. And most likely they're going to lose to the number 4 seed. And the number 4 seed this year, another surprise team, but that's been balling this year. New York Knicks. Now, the New York Knicks are struggling right now because they've had a lot of injuries to close out the season. But if all the players that are currently injured come back healthy and ready to play, this team could be absolutely insane. Who knows what they could do? Who knows? Like, so I'm excited to see what happens with the New York Knicks and how they play in the playoffs. They got a few players with playoff experience. And I think, you know, that would carry them well. But also they have players that have played in championship games. And that's the biggest thing. No matter what the level is, if you're a winner, you're a winner. The NBA playoffs is different, but if you're a winner, you're a winner. And they have some winners on that team. So I'm excited to see how Jalen Brunson plays in the playoffs. Julius Randle commonly disappears in the playoffs. He has to be present. He has to be there for them to do anything. So those two with OG Anunoby hopefully coming back healthy and Josh Hart really coming on, hey, that team can be dangerous. That team can be dangerous. We'll see what the Knicks do. Hey, let's go to that 3rd seed, man. That 3rd seed. And with the 3rd seed, we're going to the team that lost LeBron James, but still is a competitor. Bounce back. The Cleveland Cavaliers in that 3rd seed. That Donovan Mitchell pickup is going to end up being one of the best decisions they've made. Who knows how long Donovan Mitchell will stay, because obviously I don't see them making it to the NBA Finals from the Eastern Conference. But at the same time, I see them going to at least the 2nd round. I don't think they'll make it to the semifinals, but I see them going to the 2nd round. Now, they're going to have a hard first-round matchup because their first-round matchup could be the Pacers, but I think they have more playoff experience, and I just think they're going to come out on top in that one, but they'll lose in the next round after that. But, hey, Cleveland's been balling this year. They've had a lot of injuries as well, but bouncing back towards the end of the season. And, hey, Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland doing their thing. But if Cleveland doesn't get into like a winning rhythm, I don't see those guys staying there too much longer, to be honest with you. I just don't. But we'll see what happens there. But Cleveland in that 3rd spot. In the 2nd spot, we got the Milwaukee Bucks. And, hey, that coach change we thought was going to take them to a whole nother level kind of brought them down a little bit. But at the same time, they're doing what they have to do towards the end of the season. Milwaukee Bucks should be a strong favorite to make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. And I don't know if they're going to make it to the finals or not. It's going to be close. I'll talk about that in another video. But I definitely see them make it to the Eastern Conference Finals. So we'll see what happens there. They have to make sure that they remain healthy. If that team stays healthy, no question they'll be in the Eastern Conference Finals. If they stay healthy, Giannis and Dame Lillard will have to stay healthy. Dame Lillard will also have to start sticking some defense. Dame Lillard needs to start sticking some defense. If those two things come together and correlate, hey, you never know what that team could be. Could they be a finals favorite? Maybe. But they would have to get past the number 1 seed right here. And the number 1 seed, as everybody knows, 57-14 this year. How many games ahead are they right now? 11 games ahead in the Eastern Conference. We got the Boston Celtics. Man. So, the Boston Celtics are great. I love the Boston Celtics. They're awesome. Awesome team. But they always worry me, man. They always worry me because they have players that get injured at the worst times. And one of those players are a very important player to their team this year. And that is Kristaps Porzingis. Kristaps Porzingis has the, guess you could call it the Chris Paul effect, where he always gets injured at the very worst time. The very worst time. And it's always when his team needs him. And I don't see any change happening this year with Kristaps Porzingis when it comes to that. Now, I'm hoping he stays healthy and he's able to help his team get to the NBA Finals. I do hope so. I do hope so. But at the same time, I do not think that he's going to stay healthy. I think it would still be Boston Celtics and Milwaukee Bucks in their Eastern Conference Finals. But if that Bucks team is healthy, I see the Bucks going all the way. If Kristaps Porzingis gets hurt and the Bucks team is healthy, I see Boston not being able to beat Milwaukee Bucks without Porzingis. If Porzingis is there, the Boston Celtics will go to the NBA Finals. He is the most important player to that team right now. He is the player that they need. If he is present, he is healthy, they will go to the NBA Finals. If not, it will be Milwaukee Bucks from the Eastern Conference. But hey, that right there is my Eastern Conference predictions and how I got it playing out in the playoffs for the Eastern Conference. Tomorrow, I'll drop a video letting y'all know what I think is going to happen in the Western Conference. Man, but let me know who y'all got winning the Eastern Conference. Go ahead and drop that in the comments below. And also, hey, like, comment, and please subscribe to the page. I appreciate y'all watching the video. I appreciate y'all being here. A lot more NBA videos on the way. Let me know what y'all think about this one. How can I improve? How can I get better? That's always the goal. Thank y'all for being here. Thank y'all for the support. We're going to keep pushing. You already know what's up. Stay blessed. Stay moving. And most of all, stay hydrated. Yes, sir. Water. Ooh.